Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I'm talking about one of the most life-changing things I have done, solo travel. In 2022, I took my first solo travel trip while Jack was in Southeast Asia with some friends, and I visited Budapest in Hungary. I really needed to find myself a bit, and I kind of found myself taking a 4 to 5 day trip in Budapest. So for 5 days, it was just me in a backpack in my first ever hostel. I was visiting a country and a city I'd never visited before. I had made a rough plan, but I kind of left room for spontaneity. I did try and meet some people in Facebook groups beforehand, but all of this total, it really did pay off. That trip boosted my confidence so much, and as someone with anxiety, it really was worth it. It was such a huge accomplishment. So if you're thinking about taking your first solo trip, which I imagine you might be if you're watching this video, keep watching to hear about my top 10 tips on how to take your first solo travel trip abroad. How much do you value company? Solo travel does not mean alone travel. If you like socialising, I highly recommend staying in dorms, in a hostel, or using platforms like Hostel World where you can join groups towards the city and hostel you are staying in just to try and meet like-minded people. However, if you don't really want to be socialising, I would highly suggest either looking at private rooms in hostels or just opting for hotels. Either way, I would say looking at Facebook groups and kind of Hostel World group chats, things like that. They can be great for making connections, but of course, please keep your safety in mind. Your safety is your biggest priority. What is your budget? I would recommend having a set budget in mind, but leaving a little bit of wiggle room for things that might be a bit more spontaneous, such as going out for dinner with the new friends you have met. If you are purely travelling solo, please keep in mind some extra expenses such as taxis or rooms, because they sometimes do up the price a bit. On the plus side, if you are choosing to meet people, that means you can potentially split costs like taxis, like trips, etc. This is a really big one, but it is okay to feel anxious. Solo travel can feel so overwhelming, but you need to know that that is extremely normal. It is okay to feel overwhelmed. Remind yourself why you are doing this. For me, I found it most helpful if I book some little things in advance, such as my first night of accommodation, maybe a taxi transport from the airport to your hotel or hostel. Confidence does build as you go along, and realistically, once you get to the end of that trip, your confidence probably will be that bit higher, and it is a massive accomplishment. Trust me, you will feel so proud by the end. Have a backup plan. Even if you are choosing to be that bit more spontaneous, it's always good to have a plan B. Screenshot maps, save addresses, and just keep any important details for if your phone does die. I would recommend having some emergency cash in different places, maybe on your shoe, in your bra, in different places, in bags, etc. And just, if you can, try and be aware of some local numbers that might help you, such as emergency departments. Learn basic phrases if you are travelling to a non-English speaking country. Even if it is just, hello, thank you, how much does this cost? Locals really do appreciate the extra effort. Plus, it can really help you in some unexpected situations. Google Translate is your best friend, and realistically, it is a lifesaver. Just make sure to download some languages offline if you can't get data. Trust your instincts. If something does feel off, I would highly recommend to trust your gut feeling. Whether it's a situation, a person, or even a hostel, you don't owe anyone an explanation. Just remove yourself. I would recommend walking with confidence and trying to act like you know exactly what you're doing, even if you don't know. Always have a way to contact someone, especially as much as you don't really want to be thinking of worst case scenarios, especially if you are traveling solo. Please just have some way of telling someone where you are, whether it's sharing your live location, kind of sending just frequent updates. This could be to friends, family. Just make sure you are keeping yourself safe. Pack light but smart. A carry-on backpack is usually enough, but be sure to pack with purpose. I will link below one of our packing lists, which just has some ideal things that we recommend packing, but a brief summary would be just pack in some versatile outfits, a portable charger, a lock for hostels, so if you're wanting to put your baggage anywhere, and a little first aid kit. And don't forget to have a copy of your important documents for if you need them. Make the most of free activities. Many cities have free walk-in tours, museums with free entry days, and stunning viewpoints that won't have any entry fee. These are great ways to explore a city and can usually end up making friends this way. You can learn about the culture and just immerse yourself with no added price tags. Have some me time. While meeting people is amazing, I would highly recommend to embrace your times alone. Try a solo meal at a cute cafe, or maybe just go to a walk through the park on your own. Maybe just do something with no set plan. People watch. Solo travel for me was highly important to learn to enjoy my own company and my own time. And realistically, I think it is good to be able to detox from people and have time for yourself. If you are choosing to stay in a dorm, I would highly recommend trying to find a hostel that have curtains. For me in Budapest, I had a top bunk, sadly. However, it did have a curtain access, so one night I did just get a McDonald's and I sat in my top of my bunk and I ate a McDonald's on my own and watched some YouTube videos, because yes, you are on a trip, but you don't need to be cramming travel 24/7. I think it is very important to have some alone time and maybe some downtime to just de-stress, decompress, and actually take in everything that has happened. Capture memories but be present. Take photos, record little videos such as we do. We like to vlog all our travels. Maybe even journal about your experiences. But please do not forget to just live in the moment. Some of the best parts of solo travel are actually the things that don't even make it to your phone. These are unexpected moments that caught you completely off guard, but they do stay with you forever. While in Budapest, I met this lovely girl and we ended up going to like Burger King at 1 o'clock in the morning, and we had a little bit to drink, but we both tried to make it to the top of our bunk, and we both sat in my bunk and we just kind of chilled. And I don't have any photos from that night, and I still remember how funny it was that we couldn't make it up the ladder in my dorm, and it was a really lovely memory. I truly believe solo travel is one of the most empowering things you can do. You get to learn so much more about yourself, your confidence will have a good boost, and you get to create unforgettable memories. If you are nervous about taking the leap, please know that is completely normal, but I promise you, take the leap. It is worth it. And who knows, once you've taken your first solo trip, you might actually get addicted to the feeling of solo travelling. Please let me know down below in the comments, have you ever solo travelled? If not, where would you want your first solo travel destination to be? And if you found this helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe down below. I will be adding a quick little note on the end of this video. We are soon to be taking our next trip to Spain, so please keep an eye out for some new Spain travel vlogs. We are also rejigging this channel ever so slightly. We will still be sticking to the same great travel content, but we are adding a few more bits and bobs around. As you might see, some of these videos are newer, but please just stick along and let us know what you think. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, and hopefully Jack will be beside me because he couldn't be in this video sadly. So see you guys soon, and thank you for watching.